Nick. Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. I am your host, Christo, and we have 6 special guests with us today. I know you only see 4. Don't say anything till I'm done. 6 special guests today. I have my 2 brothers, Nicholas and Anthony, and we're joined by the 4 newest additions to our family, my sister-in-laws, Nicole and Karine, and their 2 unborn babies, both named Chris or Christina, we'll see. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Wendy?
You're
Thank
nervous?
you. Thank you.
Don't be nervous.
Not nervous. Just let's get it going here. I'm like 5
You want a
shots.
shot, eh?
Soon.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's come.
Right now, already?
Start like this. Yeah. Everyone knows.
Ship
who
it,
you are.
Wendy.
Come on, Nick, you can move.
Not really anymore.
Cheers.
Okay, girls.
Episode
We love
2?
And do it.
Cheers, guys.
Somebody's
Cheers.
gonna do it.
That's nice.
We'd love to have you guys join. Obviously, the Shisha's not going today, out of respect to my sister-in-law is both pregnant. So we're gonna have a little bit of a halal. Producer Terry, get the halal in.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And we're
Or
gonna
2.
roll. So, the most pressing question. I like to start the episode with a pressing question. And the most pressing question I have to ask my sister-in-laws is: will Christo be a good uncle?
Okay. Do you want to go for it?
Well, whoever wants to start. There's no timer.
I don't know. You're gonna be. I don't know. I'm scared to have you around my kids.
Okay. I would say, I think the excitement that I've seen from you shows that there is an element of goodness that we're going to see. But I don't know if that will be offset by the craziness. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Essentially, you're a dumb fuck.
Essentially, that's a really nice way of her saying no.
That was put very well,
Yeah.
actually. I actually enjoyed that answer very much. So I appreciate that. Much better than Nicole. So let's talk about the reason that you guys are a part of this family now, these 2 gentlemen right here. And I want to know about first dates. I want to know about the first time. I think, were you guys, Anthony, don't get nervous, cuz.
No. We got to go back for Nicole and I. We got to go back.
Before the first date.
Before, when we first started talking in Vegas, I was on FaceTime with Hattie.
Oh.
Shout out Hattie Schmeidt.
Shout out,
You got 2 shout-outs.
Right? He set it all up.
He was wearing an ugly Gucci headband.
So this girl, pops up, and of course at this time I'm single, so girls, whatever, right? And then,
By the way, never really had a serious girlfriend before you.
Tough.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good
So
thing.
anyway, she comments on my hair. I'm like, all right, this girl's probably feeling me. Told me what to do.
Confirm or deny. You can speak.
I told him the headband was ugly.
Deny.
So if that was flirting or
Okay,
not,
okay.
I don't know.
So then what happened though?
You slid into my DM?
Yeah.
I did. Okay, and then I give her the 5-day.
The 5-day rule. Tell the people about the 5-day rule.
You gotta
You're looking at
think
anyone on the
that-
cameras,
that
by the way. Look at anyone on the
even
cameras.
though I was obviously very interested, I gave her that. Yeah, we'll set something up. Next thing you know, 5 days I just completely dodge her, right? So later I found out that this girl's losing her mind.
Okay, I was not losing my mind.
You were losing your mind.
No, I was not losing my mind.
Yellow card for dodging your wife. Yellow card.
Okay, fair play. Anyways, we finally get on a date, right, after the 5 days, set it up. And I see, there's some girls that, with all due respect, they might get the keg. They might get Chibo. But this girl I felt was, really special.
Shout out Chibo.
I felt this girl was really special. So I'm like, all right, $300-$400. Instead of spending that, we'll spend, $700-800 on Jacobs, right? Thinking,
You?
Shout out Jacobs.
steak,
700-800.
couple drinks.
700-800.
Oh, 700-800. I thought it was 700-800.
No, 700 or 800, right? Next thing I know, finally at Jacobs, sit down. I order, you gotta look like you're.
But it's a fine line because you don't want to make her think
You
this
got
is
the
the
Angus,
lifestyle.
eh? You
Hold
got
on.
the Ontario
Yeah.
cut.
You're-
Here we go.
Can I-
The
can I
first
just say
one.
So
By the way,
no,
you
wait,
guys
wait.
get ready. You're seeing them. You're coming
The
next.
first mistake is dodging somebody for 5 days. because you ask someone out and then you don't even like make conversation.
Oh, yeah, guys,
so that
guys,
is actually a red flag.
Guys, it's a mistake, eh? Look at this. Right there. Yeah, it's a mistake. Zoom in on this finger. Yeah, it was such a bad
but
idea.
it's a red flag for sure.
Okay. So anyways, we're finally there, whatever, and I ordered like appetizers, every appetizer. We finally, get our steaks. And then in between, I guess this girl thought that, 1942 was free at Jacob's. So, you want a shot, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, at least a bottle. So finally, we're having a good conversation. We're enjoying our night. Everything's going well. But this girl's like, I'm like, shit, she drinks a ton, right? So I'm just like...
They don't call me Tequila Nikki for a reason.
Yeah. That was Tequila Nikki time.
You did, boy.
So anyways, finally the bill comes. I thought I was seeing an extra zero or some shit. The tequila was hitting me, right? $1,500 later. I'm like, all right, this girl, tough. But I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. Like, inside of me when I got the, but in reality, I had to be like, oh, it's all good. I put the card in,
So Jacob's first date went
done,
all out.
$1,500, right? But then I'm like, hey, listen, I had to play the part again, but I did actually at that point. Lost and found. We were there
Second
3-4
red
times
flag.
a week.
I was there too.
Yeah, all the boys were my brothers, Jamil,
that'd
Mo,
be Friday.
Ado, the Deck, Sacco, Alec. We were all there, so we always had a
No.
squad.
Oh, like sorry, not
No,
that
no, like
time.
every week we'd go, right? So she knows this, so I'm like, all right, let's go. We're at Jacobs. We might as well go to King Street. So we go to Lost and Found. For some reason, it was Halloween weekend. None of these guys are to be found.
Yeah,
So
that's
I didn't
true.
need any more drinks. She didn't need any more drinks because we were already literally hammered. But now I can't get into the club that I told her, like, basically I own. So what happens? Mickey Manish, shout out Mickey Manish.
Shout out Mickey.
I don't know how or why or what. I couldn't even get into the club. It was sold out. He sees me outside and he grabs me and he goes, come into my booth. So now I'm like, holy shit, like I don't need any more liquor. But this guy is the owner of the club, so I'm like, I got to get a bottle here, right? I'm like,
Respect. Ahtiram.
yeah.
Ahtiram.
Respect.
Sopranos,
Translation,
sopranos.
respect.
So I said, hey, what do you want to drink, Nicole? Of course, she says 1942 again. I just spent $59. I go, honestly, they sold it on the tequila today.
You're the sold out line. Mickey,
And
shout out
she's
Mickey, never being sold at a 42.
She's Mickey pouring it out.
Yeah, it's totally shut down the combo.
Mickey just ordered 6 more bottles.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right,
You believed it.
I gotta
right?
get a bottle. So I'm
You
like,
believed it. Dumb.
No, you know what? First of all, another red flag is getting this girl hammered on like the first date.
anyways, where it really went left is I had to get a bottle now because of course I'm gonna get a bottle.
First day was expensive, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I got a goose, and the next thing I know, she wasn't happy about the rest of the story, but we don't remember the rest of the night.
Oh, exactly. So that's where I come in?
Sure.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So obviously he told you the story, takes me to Lost and Found, red flag. Gets hammered, red flag. Tries to act so cool at Lost and Found too. It was great. It was like,
He went up to the bounds of the
oh yeah, like he was just like holding this like whole
me,
Grey Goose
man.
bottle that he
Yeah.
bought
Yeah.
and was just walking around.
Well, who else was drinking it except me? That was the problem.
You pretty much drank the whole bottle.
It's not a therapy session,
Anyways.
guys. Let everyone talk. We got 2 other. Let's
Okay,
go.
so long story short, blacks out first date. You know what? And I have somebody to attest for me because Nick was there.
I think I was playing soccer
You
that
were
night.
playing soccer.
Card in the relationship. Right away. Black out on the
He
first
got a
date.
yellow already. Give him
Black
another
out.
yellow.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
minute to go. Tough.
So
Anyways.
yeah, 2 red flags, and I still
And
don't
listen,
know
somehow
how that worked
we're
out.
here. We got a third one on the way.
One on the way.
We got a third one. We got a third. We got a
Third
third. We got a
member of the
third,
team.
Another family on the way. A beautiful first date. Beautiful story. It all was downhill from there.
We're here now, right?
It was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Okay, lovebirds.
Lovebirds, Dizzle.
First date. First date.
Hey,
Talk,
you tell
talk.
it better. You tell it better.
Talk nice. Talk nice.
Okay, first date, Akira back.
Not bad. Not bad. Not great. Shout out Akira back.
This was like, like puppy love shit. Like high school love.
First date.
First date. We're so in love.
First
First
date.
day, you're in love.
First date.
Well,
Nick, the people are gonna think we're
But
fucking
we
out here.
met 3
You
times
dumb fuck.
before
We
that.
were at Akira back the first date. You asked for the first date.
Right.
Not the first time I met her.
Oh, so by the first date you were in love.
Well, I
We
mean,
had hung out 3 times prior to that.
She was sending some mixed signals.
to get the first. Oh, mixed signals.
Mixed signals. Oh, I'm
signals.
not coming down on Monday night. Who shows up on Monday night downtown?
Wow.
Buddy, yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh,
I
I'm
think
coming to
Anthony and Dizzle.
I'm
same
coming to
angle.
see-
5-day rule, kind of playing hard to get.
I'm coming to
Same
see
angle.
Nikki,
We did it.
my friend, and then Nikki left.
Need a refill.
She was still there.
All the girls I'm in the DMs of, I'm implementing the 5-day rule, by the way. Thank you, Tony. I
Awful
appreciate
5-day
you.
rule. Don't do that.
Hey, if it gets a
I
lady
can
like
attest
you,
for all women. It's like max 3 days. Like 3-day rule.
I hate to
So
play
Akira
it.
back. Anything
At 5,
special? Was it? You didn't get a bottle of 42, did you?
Kira back. No, we didn't get. There was no damage that night, but it was still. It was. You know what it was? It was literally the waitress. I don't fucking remember. Yeah, I don't know if we can swear at her, but
Gus, say
So-
fuck. Don't worry about it.
so the waiter comes or
Shout out Apple
waitress.
exclusive content.
We just said there's a chef's menu to Kira back. A pair it with wines and sakis and all that shit, and we just said give us the chef's menu. So we didn't even know what we were eating really.
So the waiter just did the job.
Yeah.
So first day was a success.
Yeah, it was.
So why don't you tell part of the story, buddy? I'm pouring my heart out.
It was a success. It was a great night. We had a great time. No complaints.
Did you book the second date on the first date, or did you do the 5-day rule? What was the vibe?
No, I think by the third date, well, by the first date, it was the third or fourth time I had seen him. So I think by that time we were both in agreement that we were ready to pursue each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel like an average first date. It felt like there was enough build up there for us to be like, okay, we like what we see, we want to move forward.
Facts.
So that's kind of how it was.
What about our family? You guys have now, episode 1 was mom and dad. Hope you guys all enjoyed episode 1. Your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law, the whole general, all those guys. What do you think about our family? Short, concise answers here. How would you describe our family?
They're amazing. I absolutely love
Gun
them.
to your head, you're going to say that.
Love them.
Same. Love them. Very unconventional family.
Yes.
Yes.
Loud.
But that's what
Loud,
that's what you kind of learn to love about
Yeah.
them. You know, very original,
Good answer,
very
Very good.
yeah.
You're doing well, both of them so far. You guys want to talk about fights?
Ooh. I had one on the way over here.
You guys, was there ever a moment? Let's just be brutally honest here, because it's just us listening. Not like anyone else is going to see this. There was ever a moment where you thought it wasn't going to work?
Yes.
He's like, yes, yesterday.
Holy-
No, not like.
That was a doom.
Instantly?
That was a doom and soft answer.
no.
Like,
No, wait. Not like yes, like.
no, but it was an honest answer. Which I respect and I
No.
appreciate.
I knew I was gonna marry her. I don't mean like yes, it was never gonna work. Like I'm breaking up with her and then I'll never see her again. It was more like we need to work on this because this shit's we're clashing.
Mm.
But no, 100%. I'm like that's it. That's the one. That was it. I knew that. But like you said, there was some heated.
Which I think every relationship goes through those. Ultimately,
like
that gets to the aisle. Down
That's
the aisle.
normal. Like everyone goes through that. I feel like every time you just like in a heated argument, you're.
Did it ever become
thinking,
too
like,
much?
I gotta get out of this.
Did it ever become too much? There's a lot with our family, There's a lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of events, a lot of gatherings, a lot of parties. Did it ever, for you guys, become too much to be around all this? Because it's a lot.
I feel like I'm like an introvert extrovert. Like I love to be around people, but then I need my space. So yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes
like,
too
a lot
much,
of,
yeah.
like events, a lot of places to be, and sometimes it's like you just need that space.
Same?
Yeah, I would say like for me, it's just a matter of like knowing when to not partake in certain things, like having a voice and being able to say, okay, that's not for me, or maybe not today, and that's okay too, right? You don't want to be like a yes man all the time either, right? You got to know when to have your boundaries. So I think that's
The
important.
baby helps, eh? Whenever you
Definitely,
don't wanna do
it's a
anything.
great cop out
Whenever
for
you don't wanna do anything.
sure. Great cop out.
Yeah.
Good segue. Let's talk about the babies. Let's talk about the babies. 2 babies, 2 weeks apart. You guys fucked my whole summer up. Okay? Straight up, I'm just going to say it. Usually I go Lebanon, August. Shpeen's baptism I'm going to miss. Dumit's birthday. There's a lot going on in August. Anyways, obviously a great gift. So thank you both. We appreciate it. Feelings. Boy, girl. What are we thinking?
I think it's a girl. I don't know. We have this like feeling.
First girl
Maybe
named
that's why he's wearing pink too.
First girl name that's going to be Anthony, but it's all right.
Anthony Sauce, the girl version. What do you feel?
Well, I don't really know. I haven't really had any feelings so far. I think for me personally.
What did your tetas think though?
He thought it
She
was
did
a
the-
girl. My grandma did the little thing on me, that like Arabic thing that they do,
Yeah.
and it
She's
said
shooting 100% by the way. 100%.
Impressive.
that's what she says.
Yeah.
But you
not
never
vetted,
know.
not vetted stats.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean? She called everybody.
Anyways, she said boy, but that's on the record, and she swears by it too. So she's like,
Can't fuck
fighting
with
me
grandma.
about it. But
I think
again, I don't know.
Frezzy, I think you're a girl dad. I don't know.
Could be.
Nick
Yeah.
thinks it's a girl.
I go both ways.
Prezi
No,
would
I
be a
can be
good
that guy.
girl dad. I'm nervous as shit.
You need a shot.
No, no, it'll be
if
tough,
I
it'll
have
be
a
tough.
girl,
Don't say anything. You can think.
Certain-
You're gonna see this one day.
oh, there's certain people that will stay far away. So
Like
one of our
Chris.
friends, Haitham, shout out Haitham Lamis.
Shout out.
I have a
Haitham.
girl.
Abu Anwan, love you.
is not passing Woodstock. Okay? He's stuck. He doesn't come near Toronto. Okay. If I have a girl, everybody stay away. Every guy that I know, just stay
Or
away.
Alex Child one day.
Oh god.
Just stay away. That's it.
Wherever.
Everyone's
That's all I
off.
have.
Yeah, the sit. Yeah.
This one's for you. This one.
Oh, yeah, talk about the hormones of being pregnant. Let's talk about the hormones.
Oh, they love this.
Let's talk about
for
the
sure.
ups and the downs. We're trying to relate with everybody
This
here.
is good.
People always ask me what's the topic of the podcast. We're just gonna hit all the topics. So the hormones, the ups, the downs about
Like-
being pregnant. Tell us.
Anthony might kill me for this one, but he, like, I guess when we first met, said doesn't really believe that women have hormones, and he's looking at me like he's about to attack me.
Not a science guy.
The beginning of a fight to a past fight that led to another fight, then into this fight.
And now he understands women have hormones. So, yeah, like it's.
What does
been
that mean
crazy.
though? Coming from a guy who really, all due respect, I don't really.
I mean, I can't really explain the woman's body to you, but it's just when you're pregnant, lots of hormones happening, and one day you'll be happy, or maybe an hour later you just want to like rip his head off, but you know, the next moment you'll kiss him and say I love you. Like it's
It's
hard.
like that.
True.
It's like
how it
yeah.
is?
It's highs
Oh, yeah.
and lows. It's like
It
you
is.
feel like you're bipolar almost.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
More
yeah.
lows
and
than
you
highs.
can't and you can't control it. You can't control
You
it.
can't control it. It's very
It's weird.
yeah. It's a weird feeling. Like you don't feel the hormones. You just like
You just feel the mood that you're in.
Yeah.
almost.
You did.
Yeah.
No, we'll be sitting. Just had a nice lunch or whatever. We come back home, sitting on the couch watching the game. Next thing I know, she's yelling at me. I'm watching the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
We literally haven't spoken.
Easily triggered. Sometimes for nothing.
I mean
The sock was on the floor. One of the
Well,
socks. It missed the bin.
just
It's on
one
the floor.
sock.
Two socks?
No.
The whole
Can,
shirt? Go ahead.
can this go on
Why
camera?
not?
Oh my god,
We
okay,
need a
so
Dr. Phil
basically
session.
this guy
This
leaves
is before the
this-
hormones or
and
after?
you know what the best part? This is before and after, so he
Allah?
doesn't know
Allah?
which one's hormones or not. So he's like, is this hormone Nikki or not? Like, and it's like
confusing to me.
I think this is definitely like something that like all relationships may deal with, and like maybe one guy might be like more type A or like not, and he's really not, and I'm more type A. Like I like to have everything clean. So yeah, like I think that's actually a topic of like most of our arguments too. So if you drop your everything around the condo, it's tough. And I think all women can attest to
Cousin, you
this.
don't have to respond. Ask for a commercial break. Ask for a commercial break.
أنا ضفت البيت كله. But she's not happy with the way I'm
Guys,
saying.
guys,
She's not happy with the way.
you recently moved to Florida. Congrats.
Thanks, Wendy.
Fort Lauderdale
Year
reps
ago,
up.
man.
305. 305.
No, not 205.
745.
756. 754, I mean.
756. Congratulations. How is that? You kind of got up and left us, and we miss you every day. But tell us about that lifestyle.
Cap. Honestly, it's amazing.
It's
No,
heaven,
seriously, it's. I wish everybody would just. No, I can't talk shit about Toronto.
We're filming on the boys. The production crew took
No,
a
no.
4-hour drive from London to get here.
No.
We have a massive snowstorm. It's February 27th. We're filming this on.
No, I love the family and friends here. You can't
Yeah.
you can't do that over there.
True. Facts.
Made a lot of good friends there. I love them. They're actually great people. Family, close friends you grew up with 15, 20 years, you can't replace it. I mean, it's two different places. Can't compare it.
Yeah.
There's no comparison. But my style, I wear, white beaters and shorts,
Kind of
sandals.
fuck they wear white beaters. You don't have the body they wear.
Not now. I had it
You had one
before.
I grew up
You
with
never had it. Fuck it.
Listen, Christo is him. He's
You
him.
wear a pitbull off wish.
Pitbull off wish is insane. Dan, if you don't cut Pitbull off wish, you're done to me. Pitbull off wish is insane. But yeah, no.
But I do miss. See, I see you guys. We're missing events. We're missing parties. We're missing things
Yeah.
that like you wish you could just be there for. But again, the life there. I mean, like let's clarify. We moved for business. My business.
Right. We're gonna talk about business too, very shortly.
She was just down. She just didn't really put up a fight, which I was hoping she would.
Loyalty is everything in this world.
Well, I mean,
Carry it well.
it wasn't a hard sell, right? But at
Oh,
the
but
end
to
of the day,
ask a woman to up and leave her family and friends and
Lila didn't
everything.
really give a fuck.
Linda was happy.
Lila was like, oh, that's it.
When he got the pregnancy news, wow!
I'm on my brook.
Brooke, I'm gonna be a grandfather. Wow! This looks good, yeah. As a brother-in-law, how is Christo as a brother-in-law? How is he as a brother-in-law? Like,
Good.
if you don't see him for a week, go
You're
ahead.
like hilarious. Like honestly, you have your days, like highs and lows, but
Roller
generally,
coaster
We
ride.
have
yeah,
hormones.
roller coaster Ray's actually
We have
great.
hormones. We have hormones.
Actually, you may have hormones.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
fucking
think
busy.
you
I
are.
work. I have a job. I work. I'm busy.
Don't work, Chris.
You're definitely a character.
I am.
Definitely.
You're a character.
I'm the main character.
It's never a dull moment with Chris.
Roller
Yeah.
coaster Ray.
Facts,
That's your
facts.
new name.
Facts. So I've added to your lives.
Definitely.
Yeah. I hope you guys remember me.
I get a lot of questions like, "Is that your brother-in-law? Like the one that's always like on social media or like
Listen, they can
on
honest.
King Street?"
Do we get to ask you questions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the host. I mean, I can't control the narrative, but yeah, if you want to ask, I was gonna talk about your careers.
We were just
Very
gonna ask you
briefly.
about your love life because I know it's very foggy-ish, mysterious right now.
Listen, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
In that
What road are we
respect.
taking? 407, 401?
407 always. I pay the fees.
You're a toll guy.
Pay the fees.
So she's
I'm a toll guy.
expensive.
He's a fast
Toll
one.
guy.
He's always
She's
fast.
I'm a
expensive.
toll guy. I'm a toll guy.
I
I'm
mean,
getting up there.
Can we disclose like the wedding date?
August 1st, 2025.
Yeah, where is it?
Male bride, worst case.
Bel Ares in the Cedars of Lebanon.
So regardless,
Regardless,
that
regardless,
is the end date.
Take anybody off the street at that point.
Anybody.
You
Any
can meet her
fucking-
for a week or meet her for a year. If she loves you and you love her, it's it, meant to be. You know.
She might be doing it for the green card.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got. Who do you think? What kind of what do you think? Who do you think? What's the girl? Do I need a girl that can tame me? Do I need a girl that can add to me, gas me up? Opposite, same.
Tame.
Like I personally think you would fit well with a girl similar to Karine, because you do have a lot of like love for Lebanon and you love like the language and everything. So I think that Karine's like a good mix of, being traditional, but then also is a great time. We'll go out and like that's kind of exactly what you need. And someone who's like a little bit more calm. If you're
I was gonna say that.
roller coaster.
Definitely
Right.
somebody that's gonna calm you down. It's gonna balance you out. Like I do see you being with a more Lebanese, like somebody having those Lebanese values and the culture, but definitely not somebody like crazy. I think somebody calm that could calm you down, so you guys could balance each other out. I think balance is important.
Hey, they say opposites attract. So, I don't want to say I'm actively searching because I don't believe it comes I believe it comes when you least expect it. So I believe you live your life good, you trust in God, you be a good person, and that person will come, right? She has to
Sure.
eventually. She
Hit
came
the
for
His
you.
DMs are
Hit the
open.
search
Came for you. DMs are
Ladies,
open.
the
No,
DMs
ladies,
are
Hit
open.
the search bar though. Google it. That'll be good.
The 5-day rule is not being put into effect.
Huh?
It died with COVID.
Yeah.
It died with COVID, the
Let me-
5-day rule.
Camera again. Camera. Right there.
Head us up. Ladies are working for Toronto Dominion Bank, TD Bank. Shout out you guys for holding it down. Okay, we're going to segue right into careers because I know that my brothers want to talk about a little bit of what they do. So shout out to you guys for being career gals. And, I don't know if that's going to change when the babies come, but God bless you guys. You hold it down. A lot of good gifts came from you over the first 3-4 years. So thank you on my birthday, on Christmas, etc. So love you guys, but it's pretty straightforward what you do. Why don't you give us your career, your gang, how you're making it nowadays, and then we'll talk about Anthony's quickly.
So, e-commerce, online.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon for the most part, a little bit of Walmart. Moved to the States, moved to Florida to be exact, for the marine industry. Because over there,
Boating and stuff.
everything boating, because you're constantly repairing the boats, you're constantly fixing, you're constantly needing a new boat, new parts. It never ends. I mean, and over there is basically where per capita is most boats in the United States. So
It
made
was a
sense.
targeted move. It was a targeted move.
Targeted move, but more pros than cons. Like worst case scenario, okay, you lose some money and you come back. That was the worst case scenario. Best case is you make it, or like you build it and it becomes something. But I will say that it wasn't easy because I'll never forget the first person I hired was literally because I was desperate, so desperate. I didn't have my papers yet myself, so I couldn't hire anybody legally. So the person I hired, I'll never forget this guy. His name's Carlos. He could be in jail. He could be dead. I have no idea. But he had tattoos everywhere. Tattoos on his forehead, tattoos on his everywhere. And he came up to me one day, knocked on my door. I didn't answer it. Knocked 3 times. Opened it up. Look, I'll do anything. I'll do anything just to work with you right now. What, like, what are you gonna do? Like, anything you need, boss. Anything you need. I'm like, you have papers. You have, I just got out of the jail, but like I'm good, man. I'm clean. Like I'm fine. Don't have to worry about me. Okay, fuck. I need the help.
Just showed up to your door.
I just showed up to my door. I was kind of scared because he's a fucking scary guy. Like,
And you hired him.
I was desperate. I needed somebody. I was just packing orders. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So fast forward 2 months later, I'm happy. This guy's working hard. He's great. He's fucked up. I mean, he's coming into me every 30 minutes asking me about Bible verses.
Yeah.
Like what did Jacob or Jehovah? I don't know. It's just some shit. So finally, I got a call Monday night, 11 p.m. This guy's out of breath. He goes, boss. I said, what? He goes, can you come to Powerline and pick me up? I said, pick you up? I'm about to go to bed. And I was, let's say, drunk. And I'm like, no, I will not come to Powerline right now. I'm going to bed. Please. I'm on the run. No fucking chance.
The cops were after him.
Cops out. I can hear the cops. I can hear them
cops
huffing and
are
puffing.
Crazy.
So this dumb fuck, next morning,
Wants you to eat in a bed.
is waiting underneath the shed of my, where like my work.
Office, yeah.
And he's begging me to work for him. I'm like, you're on the run. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to not get my papers because of you. So there was a lot of struggle at the beginning.
Yeah.
I really had a tough time at the beginning. I didn't think I was going to make it. I'm like, this is tough. I don't like this. Like, it's not I'm in Florida, but it's not an ideal life. Then finally, the people that work with me now to this day, great people, Dominican, nicest people, honest people.
Shout out Dominicans.
Shout out legends. And they're holding it down.
Good.
Yeah.
Happy for you. You seem like you got your foot, your foundation there.
Yeah.
And, you should pick up a tab or two when we're there, but...
I did, but you fucking charge a lot.
I'm joking. Very generous.
Cheap fuck over his card balance.
No, I left my card in Toronto. And the other
Yeah,
one,
the Bank of America card got
It happens. Tony, for years, you were kind of part of, sports betting business with me. And, as much as we know it's good and it's fun and we learned a lot, there's ups and downs. And now you've started, a new venture, real estate. And we're going to get you some sales from this episode, I promise 100%, you.
100%.
But talk up Anthony Safi. Talk up Anthony Real Estate
Well,
Safi.
my mother gave me the middle name, so it just, I had to get involved at some point. Anthony Real Estate Safi turns on. Looks this is completely off now. Looks this is on.
Get serious for a second.
As soon as obviously the baby came, I've always liked real estate, but I felt like, I wanted that security too. And it's definitely been amazing. If you're listening to this in the car, if you're watching this on YouTube, I need you to think of me, whether it's you or a referral. If you're going to invest in real estate, you're going to buy a house, you want to sell your house, I'm your guy. 416-303-4302.
That's a plug.
When you call that number, a 6-foot Lebanese guy is going to answer. He's going to be honest. He's going to be real. And he's always going to put you first. I always put my clients first. I've already gotten so many calls telling me about, real estate agents who basically try to force these people to either sell their home, buy another property, even if it doesn't pass inspection or whatever the case may be. The one good thing about me is, like I said, I'm going to be always honest. I don't need the money. I could show you 2 houses. If you love it, we'll put an offer in, or I could show you 30 houses. Whatever the client wants and needs until they really find their best property, I will take the time. And like I said, put them in the best positions. So I love it. You know, like I said, I'm a very patient guy. And when you know, it's the biggest investment someone's gonna probably make. So when you find them that dream property, or you sell their home, it's a great feeling. So yeah, like I said, I'm very happy, and of course, you know, still want to know the Baylor score today, right? You know, if anyone can, you know, like send me a text.
We'll get it.
Score
Send me a
check, score
text.
check.
Yeah. My
Score check.
assistant.
But of course, you know, like real estate is it's all year round, and
it's a big business. It's a good business.
Anytime someone needs me, I'm there. But if I'm not needed, then yeah, you know, the score checks are good.
Yeah. No, listen. When I saw my condo, you get 0%, but
100%, family discount.
I'm in with it.
Before I shout out my clients that I've had in the past and the clients that I have now, Lorena, Ali, Mike,
A name
Zan.
dropping, yeah.
We gotta thank first ever clients, Jason and Natalie.
Shout out Jason
Big
and Natalie.
time.
We
And
love
if
you.
I'm probably missing people and my future clients that will come. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me.
Beautiful. Anthony Real Estate Softly. Prezi. Prezi's his nickname because obviously the president of his own company. And love you both. Different career paths, pretty much all of us, but a strong family, and that's everything. And I love you guys. And keep going. Doom it built us, brought us in this world to keep going. So we're going to do that. Tell us, there was a grand Sunday not too long ago where you guys told us that you're both pregnant at the same time and this and that or whatever. Tell us about when you found out, how that was. Tell us about when you found out and the feeling when you found out that you were going to have a baby.
Well, I found out. Actually, you go first because you found out first. Actually.
Yeah. So we found out. Well, I'll tell you a little bit before we found out. So before we found out, we were on a cruise. And we were on a cruise, and it's funny because me and Nick had gone to get a couples massage, and the lady was asking me, "Are you pregnant?" Because I suppose that if you are pregnant and you're not allowed to have a certain type of massage because it's not good for the baby. So I said, "No, I'm not pregnant, but you know, like who knows, right? We're trying. We don't know, right? Nothing confirmed." She's like, "Okay, no problem." So she's giving us a massage. After the massage is done, she's like, "I can't say anything, you know, you can't quote me on this or whatever, but you know, I have, like, I think you're pregnant." She basically said that to me after giving me a massage, and I'm like, first of all, I was like,
We want to know who this lady is. She's Indonesian on Royal Caribbean Cruises. Like,
we never saw her ever again after that. We went back, like the cruise was done. We went home. We did a test. I did a test. I didn't tell him, and it was positive. And literally, I told him in passing as we were walking out of Walmart.
No, so the whole story behind that is I'm hungover. I'm tired as fuck because I lost my phone in the ocean. Shout out Addo, not really shout out Addo, but lost my phone on his. He took a yacht out for a day. Lost my phone. Got a new phone. Don't know anything that's going on in the world. I'm on a cruise now.
Yeah.
No reception, nothing. I'm grumpy. It's 7 a.m. They kick you out of the cruise early. 7, 6 a.m. whenever you're out. And she's like coming up to me and she's like, babe. I'm like, fuck off. Like, what do you want? Like, the fuck? She's like, babe, look, I did it. I'm like, did what? And Danny's right behind us.
I did it.
So
I think it's a two-part process. But I did it. It's great.
My brother-in-law.
More like I did the test.
I did it. Yeah, okay.
My brother-in-law's behind on the phone. I would just love to just jump and celebrate. She goes, look, shows me the, like the shitty test strips where you wouldn't know, but you would know.
I mean, listen.
The shitty test strips. Chris,
Maybe
I mean,
he does know.
You don't want to. شاب حلال أنا شاب حلال.
you don't want to know. So she's like, look, I see 2 lines. I'm like, firstly, that's kind of bullshit. Like those lines are kind of shitty. Like, let's get like the real shit, right? She goes, babe, I swear I did it twice. I'm pregnant. I'm like,
It's like I have to convince him.
Yeah, I'm like, no way. So we're going to pick up the little fucker, Bert. Because he was, shout out Bert. He probably made it happen because we picked him up and a month later we were pregnant. Get back to the place. I go to Walgreens. Sahuri's in the car. Bert's in the car. I pick him up. Everybody's happy. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous because I'm like, please. Like, that's all I want. Go to the Walgreens. I'm begging her, go pee on the clear blue, test. And I'm waiting in the room, and she just like, look, digitally it says pregnant, digitally, doesn't not the plus or the. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no way, we're actually we're here. I'm like, do another one. That was another one, and I'm crying. I cried. I don't, fuck. I mean, it's when you it wasn't easy. Let's say to get back there. So. Yeah. Get back there. It's the best feeling ever. I want to tell my brother-in-law. I want to tell everybody out there. His friend was there at our house too. I want to tell everybody. I'm so happy. They don't know why. And, I don't know. It's one of the best feelings ever. You'll see it one day. And like I said, like for us, it's just, you cherish it. There's nothing better. There's nothing better.
So I remember New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
So New Year's Eve in Florida, and I see some Montclair bags coming out, and I thought, okay, that's nice. But Karine has a drink in her hand, right? And we obviously know that they've been trying for a while to get pregnant, and so my dad and I are kind of, we're happy, but I thought maybe she would have told us something on this trip, this and that. But she's got a drink full whiskey, just looks like this in her hand. And then she gives us, I got a Montclair hat, Duma got a Montclair shirt, Mom got a Montclair sweater. Mom's snake, she knew at that time. But anyways, Karine goes, repeat after me to my dad. She goes, I will be a Jiddu. And I started crying like a little fucking bitch.
You cried like a bitch.
Like a little bitch.
Yeah,
and so
did.
did my
I wasn't
dad.
expecting that.
Bird shit, but honestly, we at this point we were a bottle and a half of Blue Label in, and it was New Year's Eve, and I had traveled all day, and let's just put it this way. We had a great
The hormones
time.
were high at that point.
Listen, they told me, don't tell anybody yet because it's early, this and that. We got to a Lebanese restaurant, and shout out Tony Eid. We went to
Tony Eid had to go.
Shout out Tony Eid, the podcast. Shout out. I go the first thing she said, don't tell anybody. It's a secret. We can't tell anyone yet. The first thing I do when I see Tony is, Tony, I'm going to be an uncle. Let's tell everybody. Tony starts yelling over the whole
Mabruk,
Mabruk, Christo. So I found out that. But what I did not know, the Sunday when I told everyone publicly for the first time that I found out that Nicole and Anthony were expecting as well. They put us over on that one. The only thing I'll say is there was one night. First of all, I've been calling Nicole a weirdo at this point for like 3-4 months. I'm like, why are you acting? You're having you're tequila Nicky. You're not having any drinks. Like, what's going on with you? Oh, I'm on a diet. Oh, I'm not feeling good. Blah blah blah. And there was one night where I grabbed her leg. Like, I tease her a lot. And I grabbed her leg. And I pulled her. And my mother, Chef, you guys know Chef, she fucking yelled at me. I've never heard her yell at me like that. She, Chris! Don't. I'm like, but I didn't clue in. Because I thought, oh, Anthony, we're close, Anthony or not. He would have told me. He would have told me if she was pregnant. But looking back on it, I should have known then. But, yeah. Tell us about when you guys found out. Tell us about when you guys found out.
I mean, my story is definitely not as exciting as Nick and Karine's, and I think most people who do know me know that I'm like super type A. So I found out like really early on, maybe like 3.5 weeks. And it was in the morning, like before work, and I was getting some weird cramps. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I did it, and I was like so shocked. I saw it, and he was sleeping, and you can't wake up Anthony before like 10 o'clock. So I literally just literally left for work, didn't say anything, but I'm like freaking out, called my doctor, went to go do a blood test, all within like 5 hours for that day.
Wow.
Then I was like,
no idea.
Anthony has no idea. Sleeping, watching his game.
He's checking for the Bailey's. No, he's looking for the Bailey's first.
Yeah, honestly.
It's gonna be an ugly night, guys. Tough.
Thought about how I was gonna tell him. I'm like, should I tell him like when I find out if everything's like okay, or should I tell him today? So I had like aroma before, and I was eating, and then I said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna put my pregnancy test in the aroma bag, and I went to the condo, and I'm like, hey, I guess I caught him in like a crappy time because he was watching soccer and maybe like.
Shout out soccer.
I don't know. Didn't notice, but like I gave him a bag. I'm like, here, I got you some food, and he like literally goes to open it, and he's staring at it for like 2 minutes, just going like, "What is this?"
You know how it works, eh? Or...
Yeah, he takes it out, stares at me, and then I guess you were super happy, but I think he just went back to watching TV.
He must have been confused.
Yeah.
No,
it was,
I don't know his full reaction.
Clarity. Were you guys trying? We know they were trying. but were you guys actively trying? I mean, no, I'm not saying asking if you
Like,
had sex. This is a PG show. I'm not asking if they had sex. I'm saying, was it in the plans?
We were trying. We had initially like a miscarriage after like our honeymoon. So
You didn't know about it though.
yeah, so we just really wanted to like make sure that things were okay. So we wanted to try at that time, and then
It's I guess I was I was obviously in a bit of shock because everyone's got a story, and I'm sure there's people listening to this now that have had easy pregnancies, and then there's a lot of people, and I feel for those people because it's part of our story and part of theirs too, where it's not easy getting pregnant. It really isn't.
Easy, yeah.
It's tough. So it's just such a blessing, and I'm with those people that are struggling and have tried for a while, and thank God for the medicine and the technology now, and it's gotten a bit better. But it's truly a blessing. I mean, I've always obviously had love and for Nicole and making her my wife, but seeing this whole process is insane, and it's just incredible. Like, she'll literally be like, I can't get that right now, and I'm like, you can't get your water? No, I'm building ribs. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, and I run and give her the water, or today I'm building an arm, and I'm like, fuck, this is fucking crazy.
Like, today, what did you do today?
I'm either selling a home or again Baylor's down, and I'm fucked. So like,
Fucking Baylor.
It's just crazy, yeah. So she's obviously
You guys,
she
a
killed
lot.
first.
I gotta say, a lot. I mean, I just turned 30, but a lot of this is happening. I think maybe I'm just time's flying by, but pretty fast. Who's the one guy for you guys that really shaped your life? I mean, there's a couple guys, couple main guys.
Should do. 100%.
You know, expand on
Guaranteed,
that a
100%.
bit.
Guy, best person I've ever met in my life. Hands down.
Dad said a lot of profound things about him in episode 1.
I love Dad. Dad's amazing. He's AC, Suki. He's a million nicknames. But that man, I've never met a man like that in my life. I never will. That guy was on his own. This is his own, one of one. You'll never meet a guy like that. And I said this to Dizzle, my father-in-law. I'll say it to anybody. That guy, you'll never see again. In this world, that's a one of one. I mean, unconditional love, you could fuck up, which you did a million times. I might have fucked up here and there. He didn't like everything I did. It's fine. You fucked up. We all fucked up. But did he ever say, I hate you, I don't ever want to be with you, you're a shitty grandson, get out of here, don't sit in this table with me? Did he ever? No. This guy's unconditional love. His wife, who's still here, my grandma, the old bag, who I love unconditionally, amazing woman, literally did fuck all in the house, right? Never cooked, never cleaned. She's a princess. To this day, she's still a princess. But that man put up with it. He didn't care. She's happy, I'm happy. Even if. It didn't matter. So for me, if I had to ever go back in time, people say, like, I would love to, like, meet LeBron, or I'd love to meet Obama, or whatever. I would go back for 5 minutes with him. That's it. Because I still see him, for me, in my dreams. That's how I know he had so much of an impact on me. Like, there's a lot of people that come and go in this world. But when you have one person that you still think about every day, because that person had such an impact, he didn't have a lot of money. I mean, he was good, but he didn't have, like, a lot. He's just a good man. He had a lot of respect. He was loved. His funeral, constantly, people coming, constantly going, come, go. Why? What was he giving them? Just a good man. Funny, good-hearted man. So for me, that's the question you asked. That man, 100%. Nobody else.
One thing I'll say is, if you look at successful people, amazing families, they all have one thing in common, and it's a strong, amazing leader. It could be two leaders, and we got very fortunate in our family. I had my dad, but dad was gone a lot because of business and work and flying, and he worked hard and he did amazing things for us and built an amazing life. But our grandfather was really our guy, as in, he just, like my brother said, he was always there for us. Anything we ever needed, he supported us. And I know for my dad, it was always, you got to discipline a bit more. But having those men in our lives, it was so important and so crucial. And like I said, they shaped us to be have high ethics, high morals, honesty, and they taught us an important lesson. As successful as they were, and they were very successful, coming from Lebanon, you got to work hard. But if you can't work too hard and then not play, and you can't play too hard and not work. They always put in 5-6 days of work, but they partied, they drank, they enjoyed their life, and I always respected that about them. So definitely, our grandfather would be the one that, you know, if you had 5 more minutes to see somebody, it'd be him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take a shot for that one because that guy.
Let's have a shot for that guy. That guy. Yeah. Girls, we really wish you were joining us on all these shots and all these.
I'll have my water.
Spirit, in
Yeah,
spirit.
the shisha's not going in this episode for that reason.
Yes, I'm doing.
Respect our girls. Cheers, Jed.
Yeah.
God rest your
Cheers.
soul. Cheers, Doom it. With these babies coming, what are we most looking forward to? Are we ready? Are we excited? Like, what's the vibes? There's a lot of mothers that are gonna listen to this, and watch this, and they obviously know you guys as, before when you were single. And tell us about what Mom Nikki and Mom Karine are gonna be like.
I don't know. Are we going to be the same or are we going to be different? I have no idea, but I mean, I think what we're going through is very similar, and we kind of like lean on each other to say, hey, are you feeling this today? Anytime I'm nervous, like I'll shoot her a message saying, hey, like, do you get nervous about this? So honestly, it's really nice to have like somebody there going through it with me, and like we're so close. So it really like helps the process. I haven't really thought about like how it's gonna be. Like I don't really think about that far out, but I'm excited. I mean, like it's crazy. Like I don't know. The ultrasounds have been amazing and very surreal, and I think like
congrats to you guys.
Congrats
That's
to you
good.
guys. So those are just like crazy milestones that once you don't realize it, like when you're in your party stage, you don't even think twice about having a kid, and like now this just takes it to the next level where it's like
Your whole life revolves around it.
Yeah.
How are you gonna discipline your child?
No, I can't say that on camera because we gotta know. Yeah, I mean, like I could be a little bit old school. Like I mean, with the way I was raised.
Shout out Mobes.
Yeah, shout out Mobes, my
Mobes.
mom. Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't really like. It depends. Every kid is different. Sometimes you gotta positive reinforcement. Sometimes you need to really discipline them. And why the odd question?
Just don't be afraid.
Well, that's what I mean.
Might
You
have to
can't
cut that.
say that on camera.
Come after me.
I have to cut
You can't
that.
say that on
Yeah,
camera.
listen.
You put this in. You don't put it
What?
in.
No.
In the words of Doom It's Off, why should it change for the worse?
Yeah, why
It
should
should change for the better.
No.
cough on my butt.
Do you think the older way was better? Like you watched episode 1. Do you think the older way was better
do.
of the way they discipline the children, or is
Like I do to a certain extent. Like
are you politically correct, Nicole Wahabi? Nicole Soft?
am I politically correct?
Web.
No, not Nicole Webb. Nicole Soft.
Soft.
I haven't changed the last name yet,
Karine
actually.
Soft.
Yeah.
Change
Last
it-
name
change
has
your
not
fu-
been
I
changed
swear.
yet.
Change it
So
tomorrow.
no, you
Go,
know
leave
why?
now.
'Cause here's like
Leave now and
here's
change-
like marriage 101 is that keep your last name, keep him on his toes.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not on his fucking
أنا
toes.
10 toes تحت الوادي 10 toes down.
No, so when the
And a
baby
10 toes.
comes and he's on his toes going, are you gonna change your last name? Is the baby gonna be under my last name?
Wallah.
Like
Oh.
that'll see like where we're at that
It's gonna be
moment.
Christopher Safi the second. It's gonna be a
It
boy.
it might be a Webby.
Hey, look at the camera right now.
Sorry. انت
Look
رجال
at the
قد
camera.
المسؤولية.
Look at the camera.
انت رجال قد
He's like,
المسؤولية ولا لا؟
change
Shut up,
it.
Ash.
No, I'm
أنا
kidding.
Where is
رجال
the
قد
fucking
المسؤولية.
age? Where
If the
is
baby's a girl or a boy, Anthony Joseph Safi, regardless.
Sorry?
What?
Antoinette.
Antoinette? Antonia?
No,
Chapel.
we got our names. We got our names. Our name's Amelia if it's a girl.
I didn't know if I wanted to say that on
And-
camera, but that's okay. You can cut it out.
And Joseph.
I like Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph for who?
Well, this
Mohib.
is one where
Obviously, we have to see what Nick
love
gets
my
first,
dad,
but
but
probably Joseph.
yeah, we don't know yet.
You sure want to drop the
Okay,
movie?
you guys want me to get married? You're gonna ask me, you've been drilling me this and that. Eventually, I will. But how about some marriage tips? What to go through? What to expect? What to, you know,
The
you guys kind of
best-
did everything together. So tell me.
Best tip. When they're upset,
Yeah.
especially the hormonal stage,
Yeah.
you walk away.
I think you should take that tip then.
Ooh.
I'm not a waiter. I don't take tips. أنا رجال عندي مسؤولية ماشي.
Shut up, man.
So yeah, you gotta walk away. You just gotta walk away, especially in this stage.
Nod your head.
I think it's tough when you like nod.
I think
and
that
walk
pisses
away.
me off more.
Yeah, I agree.
I
That's
need
the
a
problem.
reaction.
No, you.
Needs a reaction. So
Wait.
if I react, why are you getting so upset? Why are you getting so mad? The fuck? And then I gotta bring Sukhri in the picture. I gotta bring Tant in the picture. Say, your daughter,
No, I think the perfect response from like men is if I'm having like I'm going off about something. God knows what I'm going off about. Babe, you're right. I agree. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'll do better.
Yes.
Like those are things you gotta say.
But I do that.
100%.
But
And I'm telling you right now,
but you have to do better. That's the
Oh,
difference. So you have to do it.
The can't win.
honestly,
Play this one out. That
No.
response is
No,
like-
no, no.
No, is that what
They
you
say?
talked about it. They talked
Listen.
Does
about it.
Karine say the same? Because
Yeah.
we actually like don't
If
talk
No.
about
I
it.
don't
so I'm
give a
curious.
good enough response, if I don't give a nice quality fucking thought-out response,
No,
it's-
actually.
it's like, oh, that's that's all.
No response is not a response.
Oh.
Yeah.
see,
I
the thing-
agree.
The thing is with me is, I'm gonna start saying that, babe, you're right. You're doing great. But in my head, you are so fucking wrong. You are so
In his
wrong.
mind, he's like,
You
doing it
have
all.
no idea.
Obviously, the two girls made a great impression on Doom and on Chef and all our whole family. Clearly, because you guys, you know, we had our talks. I said, nah, she's not the best. She does this wrong, whatever.
Actually, I would love to know your first impression of us.
Wow.
That would be good.
New Year's Eve, 2020. I was lit. So I was feeling good. I mean, the blonde is kind of sketch. Like who you
That wasn't the first time we met. If
the
you
first time I
recall,
remember.
the first time we met
Early Mercy
was
had he
Early
DJing.
Mercy.
Yeah. I was in
Yeah,
whose
yeah,
DMs was I
it's
in?
cool, it's cool.
I was in Lorena's or Sarah.
I didn't. I know you were there, but I actually didn't remember you there.
Ooh.
It's funny because I actually remember Chris because he was wearing this like really like loud
Dolce &
jacket.
Gabbana. I still rock it. Still rock it.
Yeah.
We don't remember each other. That's cool.
Trying to act cool.
Nah, he's probably swimming on. Listen, let's just be honest. He's probably swimming on another thing.
Yeah, she's
But-
probably like a 2. Sorry,
2.5.
2.5.
No, Tony pre-marriage. I mean, he had a good mix of sixes.
Listen. 6 is a little low. 6 is a little
Yeah,
low.
probably more like a 2.5.
With all due
I
respect.
would
With all,
say.
no. With all due
Tough.
respect, 6 is a little low. You set the bar at 7. Consistent 7s.
But if you shoot at 7, you can get 6s and 8s. So
Definitely
7,
didn't get any higher than 7s, but that's okay. That's just like for another day.
Why would you say that?
No reason.
Good rotation. He had a good rotation.
Anyways,
Yeah.
They don't know about the rotation. But
First impression. Karine was quiet. You were quiet. We were out. Listen, I'm hammered. Was hammered, but I think it was a lot because I had met you maybe once or twice, whatever. But I met your family that night, and your dad loved me. Shout out Mobes.
family's everything. Because
Family's everything, of course.
as much as I love Nicole, like, if her family, if you don't get along with her family, you could still go through with it if you really want to. But it's never going to feel like true family. You know? They have to line up. Because at the end of the day, when you have kids, she already has nieces and nephews, they have to...
Shout out Gabe. I love you. I called you 3 times today. You didn't answer. You motherfucker, you.
He's the cutest, but
He's the best.
they have to mesh. They have to mingle. They have to be on the same page. So for me, it was, first of all, do you get along with my parents? Because if you don't get along with my parents, I love you, but hey, you gotta go. You gotta go.
oh god.
So she passed the test, and they love
No
her.
wonder
They love her more
why.
than me. They love her more than me.
Facts.
They actually hate me. To be honest.
Yeah. Definitely middle child syndrome.
Yeah. Not enough love. Not enough love. But my
No,
grandma,
let me explain.
My
let me
grandma loves
explain.
me.
Let me explain my brothers, okay? Nick is the responsible, serious one. He's
Yeah, because we can't all fuck up.
yeah. Listen.
No, Nick's definitely the favorite.
No.
He is the
oldest.
favorite.
No.
But he's the oldest
No.
and favorite
No, so-
because
No. Look, coffee.
well, I see it from the
روح
outside.
حلال روح
روح
شوي.
شوي.
Give me the red flag.
روح شوي.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
I'm telling you from a third party.
Yeah.
You definitely have middle child syndrome.
Akid,
The best
Akid.
part is he will actually like go. I don't know if you ever noticed, but he like does dances in front of everybody, or like he'll make noises and no one looks at him. Like no one pays attention to him, and I'll look over at him and he's like,
It's actually so true.
It's true.
So
it's
true.
Yeah. No.
So
Doom
true.
it.
Shout out Doom.
Doom it.
and Chris. Yeah,
Renee. Nick.
yeah. That leaves no other parent.
Anthony.
Anthony.
من ضمن لبابس.
No, not because you're his namesake, but you actually resemble and represent Arjid the most. It's just the Hanoun side, the you always want to make sure. I haven't fucked up a lot of nights in my life, and you know you always make sure I'm good and this and that. And I tried to say that in the wedding speech, it didn't come out.
Say
Right?
it again.
You know the wires were crossed. A lot of espresso martinis, but you was you. There's a. I like our. Some people say I can't believe you're brothers, you three, and then some people say, oh, I see it, and it's just a weird. It's a weird. You know, the hair gene didn't reach this, but I. You know what? Having grown up with you boys, I wouldn't. I love always having a crew. You know, haram. Some guys, they don't really have that camaraderie, right? And we're three young boys, same interests, same age, same style. And I think you see that with our friends. I mean, we could another episode with talk about our friends, but our friend crew, they see us and they're like, it's so like the Sophie, but they always call us Sophie boys. They don't say Nick and two brothers or Anthony and two brothers. It's the Sophie boys, right? And we've always been close and we've always been dynamic in our own ways. But I think we represent, you know, our father, our mother, and our whole families really well. And you know, I wouldn't, corny to say, but I wouldn't trade it. You know, Nick, we've always been close, and you moved to Florida, and we miss you every day. But it's special what we have, and we will always have it. And I know you joke a lot. We joke a lot. We live a good life. This is the real us, eh? It's not for camera.
We're very blessed to have. I'm very blessed to have two brothers, but also, you know, we've had amazing people come into our lives that, you know, people consider them friends, but to us, they're family. And you know them, and we know them, and we consider them brothers. And I've always felt, and again, from my father and my grandfather, this friend shit is just, to me, it's not a real word. Like, if we're just casual friends, it's whatever. But if you're my friend, then you become my family. And that's what I've tried to establish with our crew. Because, like I said, we had those nights when we were all single, and no one got left behind. Everyone was there for each other. You know, whether it was you were drunk, he was drunk, Jamil was hammered, Ado, Mo, like I said, all these guys, you know, we always had each other's backs. We're always there for each other. And, you know, unfortunately in the club scene, and there's a lot of scummy guys who aren't there for each other. So the fact that we, you know, made this group together and now we're, you know, family for life, it says a lot about our core principles, you know, and that's what we kind of live off of.
It's been a pleasure. I think we got enough. There's always more to say. You know, episode 1, I could have talked for 5 hours with mom and dad. But we want to keep it short. We want to keep it concise. The most important thing about these early episodes is that, you know, people understand truly who we are as a family, as a group, as an extended family. I hope the pregnancies all go perfectly. I'll be there to support as an uncle as much as I can. I love you both. I love you both. You know, I hope people really catch the vibe of who we are as a family. It doesn't always have to be funny. It doesn't always have to be emotional. But, you know, I knew you guys. I knew episode 1 had to be mom and dad. I knew you guys had to be episode 2. And it's not just going to be a family and friends podcast, I promise you. But if you want to understand who Christo is as a person, you have to understand these people and the people in episode 1. They're the most important people to me. They mean everything to me. So thank you for being here. You 4. You 6, actually.
Sick.
I just want to
the
say.
boys in the back. Producer
Shout out the prediction crew. Shout out
we
everybody.
got some big things coming.
I just want to say bold prediction. No validation, no whatsoever, no inside info. Anthony's having a girl, and Nick's having a boy, and Nick is having
Producer
baby.
Terry, you're fucking done. If I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out. Producer
Nick's
Terry.
having a baby.
If I have a girl, I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out.
Nick's having a baby named
That's it.
Doomit, after my father. That's tradition in Lebanese
That's
culture.
fucked up.
And Anthony's having a girl named Amelia, So I would
That's
like
a
to,
lot
on
of
this
pressure.
stage, for the first time ever, formally introduce Dumat Safi the second
That's a big
Watch it happen completely.
and
opposite.
Amelia Safi
Safi.
the first. Check
Yeah,
me in
come on, see,
August.
it's-
Check me in August when the babies come out. If there's not a Dumat Safi and Amelia Safi, my name isn't Crystal. This podcast is done.
Stay away from my daughter. Stay away. Stay
I
away.
love you guys.
Swear to God.
We end with always
Uh.
the big track. You guys want to get up? We'll have a little dance here. Here we go. Let's go. Love you guys. Thank you for listening. Episode 2. The wrap.